The world abounds in change through man's ability.
I know that there's some amount of, like, when things don't taste the way you remember them, I mean, like, if you haven't had them in that long, you can just have, like, a warped memory of it, or, like, your palate may have matured a little bit as you aged, but...
Maturity?
I feel like...
What you talking about, Douglas?
I'm not just talking about us.
Maturity's nuts.
Listen, you're talking to the guy who recently designed a T-shirt that said, "I got my clit pierced at Saturday's Market."
That's fucking fantastic.
And is about to make one for himself to wear.
That's beautiful.
I got something to say. I got my clit pierced at Saturday's Market today.
And it doesn't matter much to me as long as it doesn't get infected. But no, I think I can't help but feel like most of it is just that they're just not, they don't care anymore.
Like, you think it's a passion issue?
I mean,
welcome to Foulcast, by the way.
I think it's more of a money issue. Like,
passion.
it's more important to the company that's making them that they make as much money as possible off of them.
Yeah.
Because nobody's buying them because they were the best candy. They're buying them for the nostalgia. So if they weren't the best candy to begin with, then they might as well just fucking water it down and make it as cheaply as possible.
Yeah. I can't disagree.
I don't know what a good sour candy would make.
I mean, out of what we've tried so far, I think the Toxic Sludge was the best.
Yeah.
Toxic Sludge was actually pretty decent.
I like
looking
that
back.
because the waves hit. Because there were different levels of, there were different layers of sour.
Well, and Warheads don't have a sour middle, do they?
No.
No.
So it's just candy all the way through.
Yeah, you get like 20 seconds of fuck you from Warheads, and then it's just easy listening.
The
Michael
blue
Bolton.
raspberry that I'm sucking on was very, like, seemed extra sour, but now it's just soap. Like, legit Dawn dish detergent.
That's how the green apple tasted when we were at D&D.
I think the flavors are probably distinct enough if you did like an A/B comparison, but they're not like prominent.
Yeah.
Like, they're not there as much as they feel like they should be.
Maybe I should have went with the sour goop. Next week I'll bring us some sour goop.
Sour goop?
Yeah.
How do you eat sour goop?
I don't know.
Or you
I'm guessing you just open it up and squeeze. No, before I went over to D&D, like 2 weeks ago now, I guess. Maybe a week ago. I lose track of time. One of our old friends, Shock, was like, "Hey, the Dollar General's where I went, but what's the other dollar store? Maybe just the dollar store." He's like, "The dollar store always has Warheads around here." And I remember that, so I'm like, I'm going to check that out before I go over there. And I went into the dollar store. And first I was like, you know what? I don't have a pen. So I'm going to buy a pen for D&D as well. And I walked down the pen aisle where they're all fucking single pens, like loose cigarettes. And I find a pen. I pick it up. All day long I have good luck. I pick it up, and I look at it, and give it a couple clicks, and then I look down the aisle, and I go pick another one up, and I give it a couple clicks, and then I'm walking back and forth, like, trying to tell, like, which one writes thicker, because I don't want one that's, like, it's going to be a dollar store pen, so,
right.
it's going to be a shitty pen to begin with. I don't want one that's leaving, like, huge blotches of ink that are just going to smear all over the place.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking just eyeballing these things. And I look down the aisle, and the cashier is just giving me the shittiest fucking look. With her fucking double braids just pulled back in her head. Like
This fucker is looking at the
raptor. Like,
pens.
she's ready for war.
This fucker is looking at the pens too intensely.
You're like Walt Flanagan at the Quick Stop.
Yeah.
Looking at all the eggs.
Pen made.
I put one back, and I go and I start looking for the candy. And I've never been in this Dollar General, so I don't know the layout of the place. And I'm just roaming all over the place, looking up and down the aisles, and her eyes aren't leaving me, man. I have drawn her ire. I find the candy aisle, and I, like, turn around it, and there's a little one, like, up on a ladder loading the shelves, but she's also staring me down now. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on with this place?
Oh, it's not actually a dollar store. It's a front for the
Yeah.
mafia.
The people in there are so fucking shitty. I'm just like, all right, I'm just getting my warheads and I'm fucking gone. So I grab 2 bags of warheads. I go up and around the counter to get ready to check out. And there's like 2 people in front of me. So I'm still just perusing the area.
You weren't even the only person in the store?
No, there were a couple people there. But I'm like perusing the checkout area, thinking like, well, they have the self-checkouts up. Well, they have candy around the self-checkouts. Maybe I can find something good there. And I found Warhead cotton candy. So I pick it up. I'm like, oh, I'm going to get some of this. And she's still fucking looking at me while she's checking someone else out. And I'm thinking, well, you know what? I've already got Warheads. I don't need to, like, keep loading candy up. I put it back, and I'm just standing there waiting, clicking my pen every now and then. Finally gets to be my turn. I go up there. I put my shit there. She doesn't even say a word to me. She just, like, takes my shit. She's throwing it in the bag. And I pull my card out, and I'm like, where do I tap this? She's, like, very annoyed that I didn't know how this machine works. Just like... So I tap it on there, and she hands me a bag, and she's still not even saying shit to me. I just take the pen out, I look at it, I fucking aggressively click it. Like, click, 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 click. Throw it back in my bag, and I leave.
No sold it too.
Yeah, she didn't even have any reaction. She is just dead inside.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't imagine if you go to the Family Dollar or whatever every day, your life is particularly good. But
No. But why were they staring you down?
yeah,
Like, I was imagining you walked in and they were in the middle of, like, fucking jamming out or something. And now they had to put that shit on hold and do some actual work as a customer in the store.
No. She just had the shittiest look on her face the whole time I was there.
Huh.
I told Ken, I'm like, that is the Dollar General right there. She was preparing for war.
that's like
crazy.
yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I don't necessarily think people working at the Dollar Tree or Dollar General or dollar stores and they're necessarily the happiest folk on earth. But geez.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a lot.
yeah.
That's a lot.
And I mean, someone did once ask me to chip ham from that giant, and I threw an entire pound of ham at the wall. But that was after I'd already cut a pound of ham, and they were like, oh no, I wanted that chipped.
Yep. And also, you didn't ask them to chip ham?
Yeah,
No, not at all.
I've literally never asked anybody to chip ham. I know better.
I liked chip ham when I was a kid. After working at Giant, out of consideration, I would never ask another deli worker to chip.
Y'all got a
with
ham
me.
chipper yet? No? Never mind. My mom used to get chipped ham a lot.
It's great,
It is.
It is.
but
It's like ham
yeah.
salad without the bullshit.
Absolutely.
Oh, Kobe.
Did it die in a helicopter crash?
Yeah. You can see there was a
Definitely
tiny
did.
explosion and everything.
There's a candy that, or a snack food that I heard about that I'm interested in, but I only know you have to go to the other side of the country to get it. It's like a Yellowstone, like, area treat. You probably can import it.
So like 10 people can get
probably,
that shit.
probably you could probably import it or something. They're called Beaver Nuggets. They're like
Ken. You know what beaver nuggets are, don't you?
Get you a side of Coos clusters.
There are two possibilities. there.
coochie boogers.
Coochie boogers.
You're either eating beaver shit or beaver balls.
So tell us about beaver nuggets.
They're
nuggets? Nuggets.
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 They're supposedly like cheese balls, but caramel,
Ooh.
right? I don't know.
Oh, they sell them at Bussey's.
Bussies. You know what else you saw? Bussies.
Bussey's beaver nuggets. For $6.95 from Fox Snacks, you can order authentic Bussey's beaver nuggets.
Yeah, they're like caramel cheese balls without the cheese.
How's it spelled?
It's Bucky's.
Oh, okay.
BUCC or BUC-EE. Bussey's.
Bussies.
Bussy beaver nuggets.
Bussy beaver nuggets.
Yeah, I'm interested in
Those are just dingleberries.
Yeah, it's just
I'm pretty sure I've had these before.
yeah.
Yeah, they're just like they're caramel corn puffs.
Like puffin corn?
Yeah.
The caramel one? We might have something similar around here. Have you ever had puffin corn?
And what's that?
It's like popcorn, except it's basically made of like puff corn, like Cheetos are.
Okay.
And it's just like little nuggets of
No,
puff corn,
never
and
had.
then they have like you can get like cheddar cheese or butter or caramel.
Oh,
Yeah,
And they coat it with caramel.
This is a Bussey's beaver nugget.
Oh,
yeah,
totally.
that's what the guy was eating that was talking about
You
him.
can totally get that here.
Yeah, my mom
Absolutely.
used to always get those.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
you look for puffin corn.
It might have like the guy that was. I think the dude, this guy that was, I was watching that was had him on the podcast. I think he's from like North Carolina, so maybe that's just not a thing you can get down south.
Isn't Bussey's down south?
They said they had to get them from like Yellowstone or something.
Bussey's might be like Texas.
We didn't see no. But what was that big? What was that place we kept seeing when we were driving down the North Carolina?
But what, BJ's?
No. Was it?
Yeah, isn't that where you went and got that shirt?
Yeah, you threw out the window when I wasn't looking.
I don't think I actually
I
did.
swear you did, because that fucking shirt didn't come home with me.
Like,
I bought it and it wasn't in the car by the time I got home.
even at that point in my life, I wasn't enough of a shithead to throw people's stuff away.
You had to. What happened to it?
You tell me.
It never made it in the house.
You've been blaming me for that goddamn shirt for 15 years.
Yeah, I guess it was BJ's.
Yeah, because that was like... That was their big gimmick, because their signs are all like sexual innuendo
That's
about
right, yeah.
BJ's. It was like BJ's wholesale cigarette retailer and junk.
Those stores are captive. They really capture my imagination on that drive. It's just like these stores have to be something, and it's just like Western wear and cigarettes. They got a sign every 3 miles,
It had to be something.
and like firearms and shit. Man, those stores really like when you're. What's that? South of the border.
South of the border.
Yeah, like that same stretch. It's just signs for BJ's and south of the border.
I remember they were advertising a naked cafe for like 80 miles. And we drove by it. And it was just this... It's the saddest little building. It was like a triangle and it was blue.
It's not what I expect.
No.
No.
And realistically, a truck stop naked cafe.
No.
Nah.
Well, I would.
I mean,
No.
could you get,
That's
you're
way
gonna
too
go in
rowdy
there
for me.
Listen,
and there's
it's been a
one
minute.
there's one saggy titted Edna behind the bar and a bunch of naked truckers.
There is one tit between 7 workers.
Yeah, saggy titted Edna. She's got one tit out and the other one is breastfeeding a 13-year-old boy.
This is getting darker than I expected it to.
Just sit down. I'll have what he's having.
He turns around and his methed out teeth and he's like, "It's mine!
This is my kid to get you own.
Get your own titty." Mama Edna, you can't have my titty, can he?
Tell him he can't have my titty.
Why does this dude sound like her husband?
It probably is.
Yeah. Oh man, it's a fucking Rob Zombie movie.
Or an episode of Squidbillies.
Yeah.
When I get down south far enough, the only thing I'm looking for is peaches in season and boiled peanuts.
Mhm.
Fucking
And boiled
roadside
peas. People like,
boiled peanuts.
peanuts, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a peas.
roadside boiled peanuts. I don't think it gets much better than that.
What do they do to it? Is it just boiled and here you go, or do they do anything with it?
It's boiled in like spiced water.
Does it like change their texture or anything?
If they're soft.
Oh no shit.
Because they boil them raw. They don't roast them and then boil them, so they get soft like a bean.
Oh.
They're really good.
Oh yeah.
Like genuinely, get the spicy ones, man.
I'd eat a boiled peanut.
You can get them canned at
I would
Wegmans too.
try it, but I don't.
Oh,
Distinctly
that tears it. Next time we get together, I'm going to have some boiled peanuts.
Okay.
If I ever have to go back to high school, that's going to be my my senior paper right there. Things I would eat boiled.
You'd probably do okay these days
Uh,
with a senior thesis like things I would eat boiled. If you could think of more than 4, you'd pass.
if Bruce was my teacher, he'd be like, "Yeah, this shit's the real deal.
Yeah.
This is the most important senior paper ever written." Boiled peanuts, check.
He would enthusiastically give you a 4 on that paper.
Yeah, he'd be
I
like-
feel like most teachers would be like, it's better than anybody else. put
Yeah.
in.
I really wonder what our shitty teachers would have done if they got a paper like that. Like Farmer would have been like if you actually like wrote it and didn't just hand in a list of shit, but like properly formatted a full senior thesis on stuff you would eat boiled and why.
Yeah, like go into detail
Yeah.
on why.
Yeah.
I will give you an A if you eat 8 pounds of boiled peanuts.
Is that with or without the shells?
Do you eat the
Without.
shells when they're boiled? Okay.
No, you still got to shell them. And then
But
you
the-
slurp them out. Because they put the juice that they boil them in there with them. So you can
That's
they can
kinda
stay
gross.
moist. Oh, yeah, it is gross. They're delicious, though. For real.
It's like sucking out crawdad meat.
You're gonna come in here next week, and I'm gonna have a bowl of boiled peanuts for us to eat, and a bowl to toss the shells in, and it's gonna be like dirt soup with sticks in it. Is what it's gonna look like. That's literally what it looks like. Dirt soup with sticks in.
I would love it if you didn't tell Casey whatsoever that this was your plan. And we're like just sitting there like throwing them on the floor like a Texas Roadhouse and shit. And she's like, "What the fuck happened?"
What is going on during this podcast? Do I need to start staying home during the podcast?
What
You
was
need
that
an adult
place?
present.
What was the restaurant that would let you throw the peanuts on the floor?
Texas Roadhouse.
It was before Texas Roadhouse,
Oh.
though. It was at the Union Deposit.
Oh, Ponderosa.
No,
I was thinking chicks.
Bonanza?
no. Ponderosa and Bonanza were on Paxton Street. No,
They were classier than that.
Yeah.
Bonanza was on Paxton Street. Ponderosa was Union Plaza at the
Yeah.
time.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Or maybe vice versa. I can't remember.
I think you're right the first
Yeah, I
time.
think that's correct.
Lone Star.
Lone Star. Okay.
So it was where the old movie
Okay.
theater used to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Ron fucking loved that place because he could go there and just throw peanuts on the floor.
He didn't even eat them.
He harbored a lifelong grudge against people with peanut allergies.
He just went there, took a handful, shelled them, and threw them on the floor. Didn't even eat them.
From what I understand, Ron also loved Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
There is a trend here.
Yeah. Yeah. Made him feel like a real Texan.
I don't come for the steak.
No.
I come so I can throw
I'll come
peanuts
for
on the
your
floor.
salty ass steak. I'm here for the situation. Oh man, we got roadhead. We had like
We got Roadhead.
Dee and I both got roadhead. No, she being a teacher, she gets like gift cards randomly from students, and we had like a full fucking $50 gift card from like she got for like Christmas or something for Texas Roadhouse, and it was horrible. It was like the saltiest steak I've had in forever.
Huh.
It was disgusting.
I haven't been there in years.
Ugh, it was terrible. Now we got it to go, so maybe they just fling the worst steaks out the window, hoping you don't come back. But like, ugh,
We have a window?
mm-hmm.
Damn.
like pickup window. Lone Star I had was no Longhorn was okay.
Every time I go to Pizza Hut, I think about you saying how UND just went up through the drive-thru one time.
What happened?
When I told you guys about how I'd like go through the drive-thru at Pizza Hut and they'd be like, "Oh, it's Josh." You told me that one time UND like went through the drive-thru thinking you ordered in the drive-thru.
Oh, we did? I don't remember this story.
Oh, yeah. It was years ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember the rest of the story. I just know, like, every time I drive through there, I'm like, man, I could just imagine them sitting up here just fucking awkward. And then they realize it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I just don't remember that. That's amazing.
It's fun to think about all the times that we have that it's like everybody else is like, I don't doubt that happened.
Yeah.
I don't remember. There's a lot of those moments.
I can't. There's a very vague memory because I have a memory of being in the Pizza Hut drive-thru, and why the fuck else would I be sitting there?
Yeah.
Because it's not like we do that ever. So that had to have been it. Yeah,
I could have swore it came up on the show at some point.
I'm sure it did. Oh man, we got mistake one. We got Chipotle on Friday,
Ugh.
and mistake number two, we got Chipotle Fast Lane on Friday, which is in Hummelstown, up where the Kmart was. It's like a Chipotle, but they have like a drive-through window, and
I mean, they can't not give people food poisoning when they're taking their time.
right.
You want the fast lane?
Well, it's not. I mean, yes, there was a mistake by the Chipotle the person who made the food. But the real
I think
mistake.
they're called burrito artists.
Sure, yeah. Well, whoever the person who requested the art that I got, they're fucking disgusting.
Oh, they gave you the wrong order.
Yeah, like Dee was like he was like, oh, he made it. She was like, he made it like as I was pulling up there, he made it. I was like, well, he made somebody else's fucking burrito. This is disgusting. So my burrito, if we do get Chipotle, steak, brown rice, fajita veggies, corn salsa, pico, cheese. That's what I like.
Respectable.
This person got steak, rice, lettuce, sour cream, and queso.
That's my burrito right
Oh.
there.
It was like eating a bowl of. It was like eating a burrito filled with steak and like salty, tangy melted ice cream. It was fucking
Ugh.
gross. There was so much sour cream and queso, and there was no consistency to the fucking thing. It was awful. And then they didn't even salt the chips like motherfuckers.
You can't not
No!
salt those chips.
You don't know how
That's
bad those chips
unforgivable.
are until you eat them
Yeah,
unsalted.
no, they are foul if you don't have
Yeah,
salt on them.
like that lime salt shit they put on there. That stuff's all right.
It's great.
Oh, it was fucking disgusting.
You know what's even better? They don't use a lime salt. They salt them and then they squeeze lime.
Oh, really?
The
Yeah,
chips.
yeah.
Like they do it fresh. That's why
Yeah.
sometimes you get one that's a lot more limey.
Okay, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that shit's good.
They're great
They did not do
if
that.
you make them. If you just heat up the chips,
I promise you, that was a disgusting burrito.
I believe you.
I don't like sour cream, and queso's all right as a dip, but I don't understand putting it on fucking everything.
No. I could see putting it on some things. I don't want it on.
Don't put it in.
I don't want it on a burrito that also has sour cream on
Yeah,
it.
it was gross.
It's gonna be too goopy.
It was.
Yeah.
I couldn't even finish it.
When we go to Chipotle, which we haven't in a very long time,
Yeah.
thank the fucking Lord.
Right, we get it when it's like, that's one of the places Dee passes on our way home.
Casey used to be all about Chipotle. Like, she loved Chipotle. And we would go there sometimes just because she really wanted Chipotle. And what I would always get, because I know how to fucking game the system, I would get a burrito bowl
And then get the.
and then get tortillas. And every time I would be eating it and thinking, why do I bother getting extra food? I'm not going to eat it all, and I will not want the leftovers.
Yeah.
This is garbage. I hate Chipotle.
I like to get my money's worth.
Right? Like
Even if
I'm
it's
gonna,
trash.
if I'm going to pay for shitty food, I'm going to get as much shitty food as my dollar can buy me.
Like the CC's Pizza Buffet. It's terrible. Like, you need a lot of
You
it.
can eat an awful lot.
Yeah, it's like, it's alright. Like, I know, I've tried, what was the other, I tried, last time we got it, they were like, oh, we have this brisket. It was fucking terrible. And the time, not the time before, but the only other time I tried something different was the carne asada. Oh, it was terrible too. Or no, pork carnitas, that's what it was.
If you fuck up a brisket, I will never eat at your establishment.
Well, they fucked it up.
Like, if you fuck up a brisket, it's bad. Like, brisket is one of those cuts that's, like, generally pretty cheap
Yeah.
comparatively, because if you don't cook it just
Right.
it sucks.
Yeah, exactly. It was terrible.
Don't offer it.
It was
Don't
all-
offer it if you can't cook
It was
it.
it was so they must have used the thinnest cut because it was all crust and no meat to it, you know? It was all that's hard smoked. Oh, it's disgusting. But like, I know my steak burrito, my exact order. If I watched him do it, I will like it. And I can't fucking put a takeout order in it. I complained to their fucking AI chat bot, and they gave me a free, like 3 free orders of chips and a free entree. I'm like, well,
Oh, cool. I get more of these chips that I don't want to eat.
yeah, are you gonna salt them?
Happy about that. Extra salt on the fucking
Yeah.
chips, please.
Yeah.
I guess now you know you gotta test the chips before you leave.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, the chips suck. Give me different ones. You know what? I would taste the chip before I left, but it was if it was shitty, I would just use that opportunity to throw them out in their garbage can on the way
just-
out. I wouldn't like go up and say anything about it. I would be mortified to do that.
Just like you threw the word away, you like doing the fucking
Just
a jump shot, yell
Fucking-
Kobe, totally miss the trash can and walk away.
scatter across the floor your flavorless cardboard chips. That's what I think about your goddamn restaurant.
Remember that time we were in Giant? Steve, I just threw it up in the air.
Oh God. I've seen that look on my dog's face. The same look you had when they do something and then they realize how much fun and wrong what they did. Like, I've seen Utley do that 100 times where he bumps something or he knocks something with his nose and he's like, oh, that shit'll be fun to tear up. And he grabs it and runs away. Like, Josh is walking with a gallon of... It was tea, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's walking with a gallon of tea.
You don't realize how much is in a gallon either until it comes out.
And he goes, one too. And I just turned my head just in time to see that look and go, what would happen if I didn't catch this thing? 3, pull! He fucking picked this cracked open gallon of tea. He goes clean up in aisle 3.
And having worked at Giant, I do feel bad for the person that had to mop that up.
Yeah, genuinely.
But
But
the chaos.
sometimes
feel
it
like
feels
we were
really
like-
good just to spread a little chaos.
I feel like we were in a hurry or some shit. And it was just like, why did you do that?
I don't.
I don't remember if that was the case or not. I feel like we had to do something, or we were just picking stuff up to go somewhere or something like
Yeah,
that.
I don't know.
I was just like, why?
So that's when you go and find an employee and you're like, somebody dropped a thing at 2
Oh no, I just yelled clean up. Aisle 3.
Yeah, holding the busted merchandise. Like Predator holds a severed spinal column and a skull.
Yeah, no idea why. It's just
The best part of this whole story is you weren't even on drugs then.
Nope.
no. It- you're just throwing it to yourself, and then suddenly you're like, ha. And you throw it back up. Whoops. But I mean, that's part of being a little asshole kid, I guess.
You're gonna be careful, eat this watermelon warhead.
Yeah, have at it.
It's the last fucker.
I'm working on the green apple.
Green apple was pretty sour.
It is.
I don't think it was less sour than the blue raspberry.
Hey, speaking of asshole kids,
Oh god, this one tastes rancid. Oh god, no, it's so weird. It has like a rancid oil undertone.
yeah, some of them just taste like chemicals.
Oh my god.
Like I said, I'm over the sour thing now.
Fuck me. Oh no. Oh, it literally tastes like soap.
Yeah.
The other ones I had didn't. They tasted like regular candy. This tastes like...
I think the green apple is the only passable flavor.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah.
Well, that was horrible.
Yeah, like the blue raspberry tastes like Dawn dish detergent. And apparently that tastes like straight soap. And I think I had that at the pink one at D&D, and it tastes like straight soap.
Yeah, this blue one actually tastes good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
blue
if
one,
you guys want me to baby bird it.
Hey, Doug, I found the guy who drinks Dawn dish detergent at home.
The other ones that I had, the blue raspberry and the apple, they both tasted like normal, not very good hard candy.
Mhm.
This is...
Yeah, the green apple's like... If I got this, just like after the sour, just as a candy, I wouldn't be offended.
This one, I feel like if you told them that it happened, you'd get a refund. like they'd send you coupons for free shit. I had to complain to Sheetz recently. What did I ordered a delivery order from Sheetz.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that I got was the little 2-pack of hard-boiled eggs. I was like, I want to snack on some hard-boiled eggs. Do not feel like hard-boiling any eggs right now, so I'll get those. And I do it sometimes, and they're fine. This time, the packaging was all swelled up, like it was going to pop if I squeezed it too hard.
Oh,
I'm like, that's not okay, and I took a quick picture of it. And then I, like, peeled it open.
don't do that.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
That was a
Ooh.
bad idea. It didn't smell like rotten eggs, but it smelled sour.
My wife is not allowed to buy. Now, I say that like I have any fucking say in this. I don't. But
But you've reached an agreement.
yeah, that do not buy the packaged hard-boiled eggs. I will make you hard-boiled eggs because she likes to put them in her, like she makes salad and she has protein
Yeah.
in the salad. I'm like, don't buy those anymore because you eat them for 4 days and then you don't,
And then they
But
get
then
gross.
neither one of them are like, we're like, how long have those been in there? I'm not going to touch them.
Yep.
But you don't want to throw them away. Because, like, what if they hadn't been in, you know? Neither one of
And
us
when
are
you get
paying
the,
that...
like, 12-pack of them.
Yeah, neither one of us are paying that close attention.
That's why you gotta eat them fast.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. It's a 4-day shelf life. Because it makes...
It may
they get
very well...
fucking gross.
It may very well last past 4 days.
Don't chance it.
But yeah, no, you don't want to chance
Your
it.
refrigerator will smell like...
There's a good
disgusting.
chance that it won't make it past 4 days. So
That's
even
true.
if you open it up and find out and get rid of them right away, you still lost out on all those eggs.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, look, I will do it. I will gladly make you hard-boiled eggs. Do not buy those.
But I'm like, somebody had to take these off the shelf like this.
Yeah.
Like all puffed up like... Because it didn't happen on the way. This is a gradual process.
Put them on my egg decayer.
And they picked them up and said, yeah, those look good to feed somebody. And they sent them to my house. So I put in a complaint. And I just literally... It was like an online mobile order.
Yeah.
So, like... they don't have a way for you to say, I need help with this specific order. And, like, pick the item that there was something wrong with and then fill out a form.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to email them. That's how Sheets works, apparently. So I emailed them. And I'm like, hey... I made an order recently and I got this shit. And, you know what? No, this was a completely different thing. That's a thing that happened from an order that I made from 7-Eleven.
Oh.
You ordered hard-boiled eggs from 7-Eleven?
Yeah.
Well,
Well
you
done.
were just tempted.
Look, I know. They gave me a refund for them. No, the thing with Sheets was I had ordered, and it was a pickup order. And I ordered, like, I was out at a doctor's appointment, and and Casey was like, hey, are you going to grab food on the way home? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to grab something to eat for lunch. She was like, would you mind grabbing me something? And I'm like, yeah. So I go to Sheets, but I put an order in ahead of time so I could just pull up and get curbside. And she asked for Doritos, and I was like, oh, Doritos do sound pretty good. And I'm like, also, we're two fat kids, and we like our chips, so... I'm going to get the full-size bag, and then we'll have some for later on, tomorrow, whatever. And they bring out my bag, and I put it in the seat, and I drive home, and I realize they gave me the little tiny bag. And I'm like, guys, I paid you, like, fucking $6 for this bag of Doritos. And you gave me, like, 4 chips. This is, like, over $1 a Dorito. So I sent them an email. I'm just like, hey, I ordered a big size, and they gave me the little size. And they were like, oh, okay. Here's some coupons that we've added to your account. And they were for just, like, free, like, item. Like, any item in this, free convenience item. Any item in the store that's not, like, MTO is fair game.
Nice.
And they gave me, like, 3 of them. And I'm like, well, I'm not using those on fucking chips.
Yeah, no.
Right.
I'm going to find the most expensive thing at Motor Oil, please.
I'm going to get me some fucking Magnum.
Yeah, like windshield wiper fluid.
Yeah, Sheets customer service is always pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, like, way back in the day, if I'd pick up food from Sheets on the way to work, and I'd get in there and it was just fucked up, I could email Sheets, and Sheets would be like, yeah, here's 5 free MTO coupons. And it's like, wow, they only fucked up this, like, $5 item.
Man, I am living
And
like
I
a
could get
king this
anything I
week.
wanted with these, yeah. Oh, yeah, I was getting their big, like, specialty salads with all the extra meat and shit on them, and, like, they don't charge you for the add-ons if you have a coupon. This is the first time that Sheets has actually given me anything other than a refund in a while. When they first built the Sheets down on the Pike, the one that is... I don't think of what it's by. Oh, the one right by the, like, Pep Boys.
Yeah.
On the turn, or on the Carlisle
Dave's
Pike.
Hot Chicken.
Yeah, Dave's is over there. I would go there frequently because I was driving from here to Dustin's house to work.
Yeah.
So, like, it was on the way, it was convenient, and they had a drive-through, and it was the first Sheets here that had a drive-through. So...
I passed out at that Sheets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When I was filling my Tylers.
Oh, that
when
was
I was
that
filling
one.
my Tylers up.
Yep. Yeah, keep her and them Tylers.
Filling
Yeah.
towers up.
It's like, oh, woozy. Woke up on my face.
Jeez.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that story. I don't think I remembered that it was that Sheets.
I don't remember there was any Tylers involved.
Oh, I always gotta have some Tylers.
Like Towers.
Tylers.
Right, first Sheets with the drive-thru.
Yeah. So I would go there frequently, and there was a string of like 5 times in a row that I went.
I think that's
And-
why, and they fucked it up, right?
They fucked it
I think
up.
that's why I've never used a Sheets drive-through, because I'm like, Doug has never had a good experience.
I did eventually. They got their shit together,
Yeah.
but the problem that they had there was that they opened a Sheets with a drive-through, but they didn't staff the drive-through.
Yeah, you said
Just-
it took for fucking ever,
It
right?
took forever, and
Yeah.
then it would be wrong. It was wrong like 5 times in a row. Like whether they just gave me somebody else's order, or like my food came out and it was literally like cold, like
Not
somebody
warm,
put
not
it in the
heated.
fridge while I was standing out there waiting. It had clearly been heated, but it was like it was cold, like not room temp.
Yeah, no, that's why I've never...
So I emailed them and they were like, "Oh shit, like we fucked up that bad." I'm like, "Yeah, repeatedly, guys." And they're like, "Oh, okay. Here's like 10 coupons for free MTO items." I ate lunch for free for weeks. It was amazing.
Yeah.
But I feel like that kind of generosity was just because it was a new store.
Yeah.
The one out by me, like there's not fucking 5 of them out by me, but the one on not Jonestown Road, I guess the Monada Hill exit from 83.
Yeah.
Okay.
When they first put that in there, I'd go down there and just pick up like a sub or something, and I would get home and I'd be in such a shitty mood because it would take them like 20 minutes to put a simple order together. And then it would be wrong. And I had to email Sheets, and I'd be like, they got this wrong again. And it got to the point where they were just like sending me free coupons all the time. It got to the point where I didn't even want to like report them for being bad anymore. Because they'd feel like I'm gaming the
Yeah,
system, like I'm full of shit. Like the last time I had emailed them, I was just like, this happens all the time. This place is fucking awful. I don't know if you need to train everyone there. Like, I completely threw the store under the bus. Which, and never, you don't want to do shit that's going to, like, cost people their job, potentially.
Right.
Right.
But it's like, these people are just fucking off every time I go in there. They take forever to get your food ready when no one else is there, and then it's wrong.
Like,
Yeah, like you
I
wanna...
get that you don't want your job, but like if you want to get paid for it, you do have to do it.
Right, yeah. Like, I've worked shitty service jobs, like we all have. It's You get it. It's just like, dude, if it takes
Get
a
it.
while, I don't care if you're accurate.
Yeah.
And it's not like ice cold or some shit. Like, if it,
Yeah.
if you know, okay, I get it, but like, for fuck's sake.
Have any of us ever gotten mad when they say, "Sorry, we gotta wait for fries" or something?
No.
No. If it takes a bit, it takes a bit.
Yeah.
But like, give me the food I ordered, and I want it to be edible. Like it's not a tall order.
Yeah. I know. I've our Subway has gotten like that. Our local Subway,
No.
where like I have to check it when we order it, and the girl's looking at me like, okay, whatever, man. Like, yeah, we gave you the wrong chips. I'm like, is it okay if I just put these back on the shelf and take them? She's like, whatever.
Can
Okay.
I take a few of them?
Yeah, like-
I like these sun chips, man.
Like, is it okay? I'm thinking like, do you have some rules about putting stuff back, or like, no, we're fucking high back here, man.
Do you think they pay us anywhere near
Yeah.
enough to give a shit what
And I
you
know
do?
that. Yeah, I know they don't. We had this fucking dude that worked there for a couple years. That was just like, he loved the fucking talk, and I'm just like, bro, this is a pickup order. We don't need to talk about it, about anything. I come in here, I read my name, and I go. Why are you saying
That's
like
the whole purpose of this.
Why are you asking me how my day is, man? Like, I'm ordering Subway. How do you think my day's going?
Not awesome. No, I've had that issue a lot with like delivery stuff.
Yeah.
Where like they have an option built into the app for contactless delivery,
Yeah.
and I always use
Yeah.
it, always, every single time, because I don't want to fucking talk to you. I'm sorry. I'm sure you're a lovely person. I just don't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I don't want to interact with another human being right now. I want somebody to bring me Pizza Hut, and I want to wallow in my own filth
Right.
while I eat it.
I want to be like fucking Michelangelo in the Turtles movie and just pull it down into my sewer grate.
Yeah, no. I open the door a little. I don't put pants on to get it. I open the door a little bit, angle it in through the crack of the door, and I close it, and I lock it, and I goblin walk over to the couch and start shoveling it into my face. That's how this is supposed to work. It is how God ordained it.
Yep.
But they and I put instructions in there too, because like people get lost delivering here
Yeah.
a lot. Like the door isn't visible from the parking lot. You have to see that there are other houses over here. There's the two entrances for this lot, but then
Right.
there's the one over there that's a completely different lot of condos.
Yeah.
They get in there all the time.
When you first moved here, I drove around that lot for like 5 minutes trying to figure out where you were.
Yeah, because there is no apartment 27 there either.
No.
So, like, number one, I put in apartment 27, and I put it in there to reinforce that this is going to number 27.
Yeah.
If you drop it off across the way there at number 24, I think, that's not my house. Like, it says 27. If you put it in front of 24, you did it wrong. But they do. Or they put it at 25 on the end here, on the other side
So
of
they walk
Sam and
by
Lexus.
it.
They walk right past my place. They see 26 and think, oh, well, the next one must be 27. They, like, sometimes they'll have their number covered up, and it happened a lot when they had their number covered up, because they assumed that was 27, because they're counting up when they look across here, even though that one over there is 28. So they'll either put it in the wrong place, or like they'll come up. Okay, I didn't get to finish what I put in there either. So I put in apartment 27 is in the back left corner of the Charleston Estates lot. If you're like, I don't put this part, but like the implication is if you turned in somewhere where there was not a sign that said Charleston Estates, you did it wrong. It's when you turn into the lot, it's in the back left corner. You're gonna go back and to the left, like JFK. I'll watch the app, and they go all the way over there, and then they swing by here, and then they go out, and then they go over into that lot, and they take a couple of laps through there, and then sometimes they'll call me and just be like, "Where's your apartment?" And I'm like, "Exactly where I already fucking told you it was gonna be."
Just
And
let
then
me see what I wrote in the app. Ah, yes, back and to the left.
Yes, back left corner. And so then they finally get here, and like I will have also put, please leave at door and ring bell. And if they don't call me, I don't often, like I will often just not notice that they've delivered it, because they will not ring bell.
Yeah.
They will leave at door, take a picture, leave. And of course, if I'm not watching my phone like a hawk, which I try to, but I forget sometimes, especially if I'm high. But the thing that really gets me, though, is when they come and they ring the doorbell, and I'm like, oh, goody, they rang the doorbell. I get to go down and get my food while it's still hot. And I go and I open the door, and there's some dude standing there. Hey, here, you ordered food, right? And I'm like, yeah, I did. It was supposed to be a contactless delivery. And I'm tempted to just be like, I have like West Nile.
Yeah.
Like I have some deadly contagion. You were not supposed to be exposed to me. You need to go get yourself quarantined right now. Just to throw a scare. Like, fucking I told you to just leave it here. Like, I put the option on that says contactless, and then if you didn't know what that meant somehow, even though you work for the company, it's in the notes that got you here. And it says leave it at the door and ring the doorbell.
I've had good luck with Grubhub. They follow that.
Grubhub's been better.
But the people, the delivery guy for the place we get our bullies from, they got rid of him, thank God, because the new girl, she's like... Actually, I got annoyed that they kept coming to the door knocking. That, like, the last time I did it, I put big fucking dogs.
Yeah.
Please leave. And they did. And I, like, leaned out. He was like, she was like, thanks for the warning about the dogs. I'm like, all right, good.
Thanks for not knocking on the door.
She got a kick out of big fucking dogs.
I mean, one of the reasons I stopped ordering from DoorDash years ago was just because it's too fucking easy
Yeah.
to start ordering from DoorDash too much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's very expensive.
But also, like, the deliveries, they started being so fucking terrible.
Uh-huh.
The last time I had DoorDash, and I didn't even actually have it, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to pay the fees to keep myself from falling back into that trap.
Sure.
So when I had COVID, I was like, all right, I can't go anywhere. I'm just going to use DoorDash for a couple days. And I ordered a pizza. And the only pizza place that delivers that isn't through DoorDash is Papa John's. I fucking hate Papa John's. So I ordered pizza from, like, down the road. And DoorDash... Like, the guy dropped it off at a house down the street. And he took the picture and he sent it to me. And right away I'm like, this isn't my house.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get my order.
Yeah.
And he says, I left it at your door and rang the bell like you said. He said, no, this isn't my house. That where you put the pizza, that's not me.
Where I live.
And he said, yes, 334. And he sends me a picture again, and you can even see the address of the place, and it's like 312 or something. And I'm like, that does not say 334, that says 312. And he said, I left it at your door and rang the bell.
I'm trying to tell you you didn't.
Dikembe fucking Mutombo. Listen to me. Because I'm getting real fucking annoyed now. I left the house.
You left it at a door and rang a bell. Neither of them were mine.
I left the house with COVID, and I walked down the street to this door. I picked it up. Thankfully, you know, whoever he delivered it to didn't open their door and take it.
Right.
Cowering in fear. There's a black man at the door with a pizza. What do we do?
Oh no, there's a big bearded guy coming up.
Oh no!
And, you know, I was so tempted to, like, tell DoorDash, this guy just never gave me my order.
Yeah.
I would have. I've done
And
it.
Oh yeah.
I have in the past, and DoorDash is always like, all right, here's your entire fucking fee and tip back. But instead I was like, you know what, I walked down the street, I got the pizza, I'm not gonna get this guy fired. But I was so fucking annoyed because he kept texting me even after I went and picked it up. And I'm like, I picked up the pizza. It was at 312 or wherever the fuck it was.
I put it at your door, motherfucker.
I sent him a picture of my door. Like, 334.
No, I have absolutely, when they've delivered a couple of the doors down, I have absolutely gone out, got my food, came back in, and while I was eating it, let DoorDash know that I never got my order.
Yeah.
And I was like, the picture of the house you will be able to see doesn't match the house
Yeah.
that's in the other pictures that people have taken recently who delivered here. it wasn't my house, and by the time I got out there, it was just gone.
Yeah. Sorry.
Once you do that a few times, they will disable the option for contactless delivery. They're like, you're not able to use this until you have somebody deliver it to you and put it in your hands next. And I'm like, all right, cool. Thanks for punishing me for
the customer.
you guys
Yeah.
fucking up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But that's happened to me with refunds too. In fact, the egg thing. Usually, if there's an item that's missing or wrong, I just go through the little form, and they're like, "Okay, we've issued you a credit." This time, they were like, "We're gonna need you to talk to a chat representative about this," and I'm like, "Okay." And so the chat rep comes on and is like, "Hey, so you got your food?" And I'm like, "Yes, I did. It was bad." And they're like, "Oh." And they like actually read the thing that I had put in when you start the chat. And they're like, "Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, let me just go ahead and get you a fee reversal." But like they make you jump through more and more hoops the more and more they fuck up.
And speaking of 7-Eleven, I saw a thing where they're changing their business model.
To be more like the Japanese ones? Yeah.
Yeah, which is like, it like Japanese 7-Eleven is like, you can get some like actual quality food there. I've beaten guys up in 7-Elevens in Japan in Yakuza games, so I kind of get it. But
so we've seen some videos of people who tried the like Japanese menu items that they've introduced at 7-Elevens in America, and they were like, they are better than what you normally get at 7-Eleven here, but they're not the same stuff that you get at 7-Eleven in Japan.
right.
But like if they're going to start like shifting their business model, I feel like they can actually also shift their like
Quality.
their like their distribution chain and stuff like that.
I think
so
they're going.
can,
I think I saw they're going. I watched the whole Business Insider thing about it.
Damn.
I don't know.
You got bored.
Sometimes the headline just captures you, and I'm
Also,
like,
you work in IT.
I'm like,
I get it.
yeah, like like
Sometimes you're just gonna watch an entire Business Insider video about 7-Eleven. No, I'm excited for that. I think it's about time that we get some decent like pre-made food and convenience stores. Because even at like Sheetz and Wawa, like the pre-made stuff that you get there is kind of the same as what you get at Turkey Hill and 7-Eleven.
yeah, Sheetz has for a while there, like they introduced some stuff that was like some of their like pre-made stuff. It's like, oh yeah, this is actually like good, and then everybody else kind of rose that level, and then everybody stopped. It seemed like.
I've gotten. Look, I know I'm stupid. I know you're not gonna have to tell me when I say this, but like I'll get stuff like a hot dog from 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's fresh, it's juicy, it's delicious. The skin is crisp. It has that snap when you bite into it. It's a great hot dog.
Yeah.
Other times, it is literally a shriveled husk
Yeah.
of a sausage, and it's just dry as a bone. And they suspiciously accidentally sneak you extra condiments when they're shitty. Like they know they're doing it.
What did you get delivered that one time while we were?
That was one of the burger bites.
Yeah, that's
It was like a hamburger shaped like a hot dog.
Yeah, it was like a burger bites and a
It
gallon
looked like
of milk.
a constipation turd, is what it looked like.
Yeah, we had a guy at work. He was like, he would just buy like the shit you see in like Smarter Image mags. He would just buy shit like that. And he was like, check this out. It's a ham dogger. It like it forms hamburger into hot dogs, and then it cooks them. I was like, those are gonna look like turds, right? He was like, no, he made it. He was like, it looks like a turd. I was like, yeah, dude.
It does look like a turd. And if you cook it and then keep it under a heat lamp for about 5 hours,
it's a dry
it
turd.
looks even more like a turd. Yeah.
You know why? Like kebabs are on.
That's a 1 on the Bristol scale.
You know why like kebabs are on sticks? It's because they look like turds. That's why, bro.
Yep. A turd is always more appetizing on a stick. We might have an episode title.
There we go. Oh yeah.
been trying to find this fucking string of messages, but I'm guessing it was all in the app. I wouldn't have deleted it. Yeah. But no, now, and I very rarely order from Papa John's anymore, because like I said, I fucking hate Papa John's. But anytime I do, like, Papa John's has started outsourcing their deliveries to DoorDash now, too. Like, more often than not. And I always get this, there are these two drivers, so I'm guessing it's a husband-wife team, because they run the same gimmick, where they start sending you pictures and memes about your food.
Oh, boy.
Like,
oh, God.
Like Taken, where he's like, I don't know who you are, but I have your food, and I'm coming to you.
I have had one person do that.
All the fucking time. And you open the door, and they're standing there, because they won't just leave it on the thing like you tell them to. They're standing there, and they think you're going to be like, oh, you're so fucking funny. It's like, I'm not ordering Papa John's because I want to see you. I'm ashamed. Leave it there.
I'm not even eating Papa John's because I want to eat Papa John's.
If I wanted any kind of interaction to go with this pizza, I would have called the order in and picked it up.
Yeah, I'm not even going to enjoy this pizza. What makes you think I'm going to enjoy you?
Mm-hmm.
No, Papa John's customer service is fucking terrible. Like, they could shit in the box, and you will never hear back from them about anything. Randomly, though, you might get a postcard in the mail that's like, we're sorry our last order wasn't up to our standards. Here's a free pizza.
Oh, I hate Papa John's so much.
And I have no idea. Like, I'm guessing they have their own, like, clock that says if we didn't deliver it to them in this much time, we're going to send them a postcard. Because there is no rhyme or reason to how it gets to me. I've just given up on communicating with Papa John's.
Did you get one the time you ordered the pizza and forgot about D&D?
No.
Like, hey, sorry you didn't eat. Sorry, we drove by and noticed the pizza was still out there an hour later. Sorry, our guy didn't tell you it was delivered.
If I'm even going to be like a minute late now from getting Ken's, I'm like, I should text him so he doesn't
Dude, it was
think.
like 15 minutes that time.
Yeah, that time.
It's not like I'm like, it's fucking 4:31, where are you?
But I mean, like, now, I'm just like, fuck it. If I'm like 2 seconds late, he's going to think that I'm fucking laying around in my underwear eating pizza.
Not going to say anything necessarily yet, but he's going to think it.
I mean, I'd like, I had like, if we didn't, I was already going to be late. So I was like, all right, I haven't heard anything from Josh. He's clearly forgotten.
Which I felt awful about at the time. But since then, like, several people have forgotten.
Yeah, we're always first.
While we're there. So.
You can only feel so bad.
Yeah, that's not a big deal.
And then I went home and fucking picked a pizza up off my porch and ate it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cold. So,
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was like wintertime, so, you know, it's not like it was like sitting out there just baking and
I don't care what time
like
of year it is. If it doesn't have bugs on it, I'm eating.
I did the bug check. I didn't see anything.
I'm eating that pizza. Fuck you. I'm eating that pizza.
I saw some gross fucking shit. It popped up on my YouTube last night, and I don't know why, but I get these like medical oddity videos, like the kind of like Dr. Pimple Popper shit you would see.
Okay.
And I don't know why.
Because you're always fucking WebMD and shit going wrong with you, they're like, oh yeah, let's just give this guy something to worry about.
Yeah. I shouldn't say I don't know why. I didn't know why I initially got them, but sometimes they pop up and I'll be like, well, okay.
Maybe just one.
Yeah.
This dude's foot was just like, I mean, it was both his feet, actually. They were like massive and they were wrapped because apparently he had stepped on a nail.
What?
Yeah. He had stepped on a nail, like, years ago.
Uh-huh.
And it got infected, and the wounds were never healing. Like, they would mostly heal, and then they'd break apart again.
Was he putting peroxide on them?
I have no idea what he was doing to them.
That's been apparently a big problem, is like people putting peroxide on injuries, and then they're never healing because you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Like, you can clean it initially
Yeah,
with
it's
peroxide,
just for cleaning. It's
but
not
do
like...
not put it on it repeatedly. And they were
Yeah.
just, like, cleaning it with peroxide all the time.
You're, like,
And
killing
they're, like,
all the...
literally keeping the wound open.
Yeah.
Well, this guy's limbs, this guy's legs, like from the knees below, they basically look like cheese puffs. Not the same color, but the texture.
Like beaver nuggets.
Yeah. No, they were all like, they were puffed up and they were cracked and just, you could see like all the crevices in the guy's skin. And the doctor's trying to like shave this guy's toenails down. And then you see like ants start like crawling out of like the pits in this guy's skin. And I don't know if that's just a thing. Because the doctor didn't seem like he'd never seen him, but he even called them something. I forget.
Imagine
Like
seeing that more
crevice
than once in your
bugs or
medical
something.
career.
I don't know.
Right. Could you imagine being okay with that?
And like this guy's like, so I mean, have you seen a surgeon about this, or you know how this can go? He's like, I've told the surgeon just to take him, and he's like, well, as long as there's a possibility to save him, I don't want to. And the guy that's living through this just keeps insisting like, take him off. The way technology is, I'll be up and moving in 3 months. And it was a hideous thing.
Ants.
Yeah.
You're a colony, man.
Like, they were
Skin
just
ants and
fucking gone.
Skin ants and shit. I think we might
was
have a new
horrendous.
episode title.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Oh, man.
It was one of the grossest things I've ever seen.
Man,
Yeah.
at least take care of yourself to make sure you don't get fucking skin ants.
At the point when ants are living inside you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you've neglected your health.
If a guy says, just take my legs, there are ants inside of me, like, listen to the guy.
And get him some help.
Yeah.
He needs some help.
No, I mean, he's been having them treated for years, according to him. But, like, I mean, they're professionally wrapped and everything, and he gets it changed, 3 times a week.
This makes me feel really bad, but the next time somebody steps on a nail around me, the first thing I'm going to think is, that's how you get ants.
You better clean those nails up. You're going to get skin ants.
Do you want
I'm
ants?
going
'Cause
to
that's how
find
you
this
get
video when
ants.
I get home, and I'm going to put it in the group chat.
Oh,
And
Bruce is gonna be
whether
He's gonna be blindsided. What? Why the fuck are you showing this to me?
whether or not you guys decide to watch it is up to you.
I'll watch it with Casey. I'm gonna need somebody to hold my
Yeah.
hand while I see this.
It is fucking gross.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that is fucking awful.
Fuck me. I actually thought about coming up with a game for this week.
What do you got?
Well, the only thing I have is just like one particular ridiculous review on Letterboxd.
Okay.
But I thought, we could do Idiots Review Letterboxd.
You could.
And I could probably get a round out of this one guy, and he's only reviewed like 10 movies. But I just want to read you this review.
Okay.
Keep in mind, this is all one sentence, no punctuation. Proper capitalization the whole time,
Okay.
but no punctuation whatsoever.
Wait, does he, like, capitalize beginning of sentences, just no period?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, he capitalizes the letter I when
Oh, okay.
used as a pronoun.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure.
That'd be
this
awesome
guy,
if he was just like, nah, fuck periods.
I'm not sure this guy believes in pronouns, but his phone probably autocorrects. So.
Like, fuck periods, man. If I'm gonna hit the caps.
Fuck periods,
shift,
fuck commas, semicolons. Never heard of them.
No, you know what I'm getting at with the capitalizations.
He says, one of the movies of all time, I piss myself laughing every time I need new underwear. My wife left me, I have a dog. This guy's username is Balls Are Itchy. One word. All lowercase, balls are itchy. And that was a review on The Breaks, the 1999 comedy starring Mitch Mulaney.
See, that is the issue with the Letterboxd game, I think, is that it's full of people trying, and not enough people like on Amazon, where it's just people actual people putting up reviews. They're just crazies.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Sometimes on Amazon, it's really amusing when people are leaving a review on a movie, and it's clear that they're reviewing like a back massager.
Oh yeah.
They're like, I didn't turn on the first couple of times until I hit it, and then it started doing something. I don't know. I got a refund. Like, I'm really glad you enjoyed Despicable Me too.
I do enjoy usernames stuff. Like, there's this one. I don't know. For a couple years, I kept seeing this. It was, remember back when you would get like BuzzFeed would be like 10 Reddit things that happen on Reddit and shit. And I think it was one for like from r/roast me.
Okay.
And it was like somebody said like, they were roasting the guy. Somebody was like, no, I'm not making fun of that. That it actually looks nice. But the guy's name was like Smelly N-word. And the poster responded, was like, thanks, Smelly. Just like.
Was it at least like, thanks, you/Smelly?
No.
Oh.
Like, that cracks me up if you're like having discourse with somebody on a site that has usernames.
And then you look at like being a decent human being. Their username is like not,
or just like you're like cunt swordsman or some shit. Just
like giving advice on parenting.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I got some great parenting advice from cunt swordsman the other day. Cunt swordsman. That Mitch Mulaney movie, by the way, has like some fucking heavy hitters in it. Do you guys even remember that movie?
No.
I remember the name, that's about it.
It's about this white Irish guy who grows up with a black family in the hood.
Nice.
And he's trying to prove to his mom and his would-be girlfriend that he can do one thing without fucking it up, and that's to go get some milk.
All right, I'm in.
And the whole thing's in
I'm
it.
fucking in.
Listen, it came out in 1999, and it
Perfect.
fucking shows.
Yeah, perfect.
It
should fucking show.
Yes, it is.
With a plot like that, it should.
So fucking problematic.
Yeah.
But like fucking exhibits in it. George Clinton is in it.
Nice. Perfect.
Like, I think there were several people from Parliament in this movie. Like, the only joke that really... There's two jokes from it that really stick with me. One of them is he gets really mad at his brother, his little brother. He's like a little kid. And he's getting kicked out of the house, and he's like getting his shit together, and he goes in the bathroom. And he's like, because the little kid tattled on him just now, and that's what got him kicked out of the house. And he's like, "Oh, you tattle on me, huh? You can tattle." Grabs his toothbrush, puts it up his ass crack, brushes his butthole with it, and puts it back. And so, like, just like next scene, they're standing outside, and he's like trying to beg his mom not to throw him out of the house. And the little brother's like, "Ha ha, Derek got in trouble," brushing his teeth, and he's like, "Ha ha, I had your toothbrush in my ass." He's like, "Oh, nasty." And then
take me back, Mom.
The other one is there's these like thug ass dudes looking for Derek because they want to kill him,
Uh-huh.
and I don't remember why. but they go into his uncle's like convenience store, and he's like, "Where's that pussy ass faggot Derek?" And he's like, the uncle comes up all blustery, and he's like, "You don't talk about my nephew like that, you blah 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 blah." And the dude gets a gun out, and he's like, "He's probably sucking somebody's dick." Oh. And that is the first thing that comes to my mind whenever anybody asks me where somebody is.
He's probably sucking somebody's dick.
Hey, do you know where so-and-so is? He's probably sucking somebody's dick. I've said it. Nobody's ever gotten the reference. It wasn't a good idea to say it ever, but
Funny's funny.
That's good shit.
there's some moments in that movie. I will say, I don't think it's as funny as I used to think it was.
Right. That's okay.
No. I mean, it is one of the movies of all time, though. Says that guy whose wife left him and has a dog.
Yeah. He pisses his pants and needs new underwear all the time.
Yep.
Which, like, why would you, if you know if it's a reliable thing?
Just watch it on your phone on the toilet.
Yeah, yeah. Like, if you know, what if he doesn't know when he's going to piss? That's the issue.
Oh, it's a different line that gets him every time.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's full of bangers. So.
I think only the sucking somebody's dick line has gotten me to pee myself. But I could see it.
Well, do we bring up the elephant in the room, or do we play some games?
Dude, like actual elephant.
Probably.
I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe we should just play some games.
I am sure we'll have a lot of opportunities to bring up the elephant in the room for the next...
This is being recorded on November 7th.
November 7th.
Yeah. So
2 days later, we're still kind of reeling.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe just giving ourselves a week to sit on it
I've decided
would do
that.
us some good,
I
too.
personally decided that. I was like, well, gonna ignore this for a week.
Yeah. I've been on vacation this week, and
Yeah.
thank fucking God.
Spock, take a look at this subspace news article. Some fool blew his own face off while cleaning a loaded phaser. Fascinating, Captain. Was it someone aboard the Enterprise? No, Spock, it happened in Florida.
Gentlemen, our states this week, they are, of course, Florida, Kansas, and Oregon.
Florida, Kansas, Oregon.
We going across the
shit.
entire country.
I'm the champ.
You
That's
are the
right.
champ.
Yep.
That's right.
I don't get to enjoy first pick priority anymore. I think that's really the main reason that you hold on to it.
It is, yeah. Florida, Kansas, and what?
Oregon.
Oregon. Okay.
Is the Kansas one about the election?
No.
Because something happened in Kansas with the election, and I feel the need to mention it. On the tracker that I was watching when we were getting updates, I noticed that there was only one state where RFK Jr. had enough votes to be like given a percentage. It was like 1.6%
It was Kansas?
in Kansas.
Oh, Kansas.
Oh, Kansas. I mean, there's like 7
fucking
people out there.
Kansas. Yeah.
So,
I told Casey, I'm like, well, let's never go to Kansas. I've been there once. I didn't plan to do it again, but like, let's
go
just-
around.
yeah.
Let's go around if we
We'll
can.
take the long way if we're
Yeah.
going to like Texas or something.
All right, headline number 1. Ambulance hits cyclist, rushes him to the hospital, and sticks him with an $1,800 bill, lawsuit claims.
Fuck, did you need help or what? Damn. If that was me, I would fucking be over the moon that I got that bill because I know I'm going to make 18 million.
Headline number 2. Man accused of flinging a toilet through school board headquarters window is found a block away sitting on a second old toilet.
It's a sign.
There's really...
Wait, he was fleeing a school board meeting? What?
No, he flung a
Toilet.
through the school board window.
Through the school board window. Okay.
And police found this guy sitting on another toilet a block away.
It's a sign.
It really is difficult to claim that you were not the guy who just threw a toilet through the window if you're sitting on another toilet.
Just out in the open.
Like, you feel like you want to, like, you want to distance yourself from toilets.
Yeah.
Until, like, if they're going to question you, be like, no, I saw a dude run that way, though. That's all it
Maybe-
takes.
well-
Don't be sitting on a toilet and say, no, I saw a dude run
Maybe
that
he
way.
got
Well,
like
the
a
guy
two-
told me to sit here, and then he ran off that.
Yeah, he told me,
yeah.
hey, sit on this toilet. What if he got like a 2-for-1 deal, or like he came into possession of 2 toilets and he had planned on throwing both, but he did like a test. No, he had 3. And he did a test run. He was like, I can't throw 2 toilets. My back hurts. He's like, and if I'm going to be running, I'm going to need some place to sit when I'm gas. So, so he strategically placed toilet
Another
number
toilet.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I feel like what
probably-
you do, you number the toilets 2 and 3, and keep them looking for toilet number 1.
That's always what I said I wanted to do for like a senior prank.
Yeah.
Oh,
Said
yeah.
we should have a pig stolen, or we steal 2 pigs and
Yeah.
we number them 1 and 3.
Yep.
So they're looking for number 2.
That is a good one.
And they never find it.
No.
That's legend.
Whose class destroyed the roof? Was that my class?
I think so.
Of the new weightlifting facility by
just
spray
finished
painting
building it.
fucking dick on it?
Yeah.
It cost like thousands of dollars of damage to recover.
That was some dumb shit.
Yeah, it was. I think that was my class.
Nothing like a good old dick prank.
Yeah.
That's true. Maybe.
Especially an expensive dick prank.
Yeah.
I was going to say maybe use washable paint.
I think whoever did it I think they got turned in too.
Yeah. I mean,
I vaguely remember someone getting in trouble.
Yeah, somebody got hit for that one.
that's not okay. Like,
No.
we
It's just
paid for
fucking
that
graffiti,
shit.
bro.
Yeah.
It's just flat out graffiti. It's not a prank.
Like, I mean, by that point, I think. Well, I know I was working. I had a job.
yeah.
I was paying for that shit.
Yeah, you were. I wasn't. I didn't work until I graduated.
Last but not least, 37-year-old woman dies after backing into an active airplane propeller while taking pictures.
Bet there were 8 people that could have voted in Kansas.
Red meat?
So yeah, I'm putting the helicopter lady in Kansas. I'm putting
okay.
the toilet
Toilet mastermind.
school board
Where that turlet at?
turlet. I'm putting the turlet in Florida.
Can we change the name of this game to where that turlet at?
I'm putting it in Florida. And since I have no attention span, I forget what the first story was.
Oh.
The ambulance.
Yeah, that's Oregon. That's Oregon. Fucking that's Oregon. Yeah.
Dollar
that
menu?
happened in Seattle. They ride
Oh.
bikes and shit there. Bunch of hippies.
Yeah, they do that in Florida though too. I'm thinking that's my Florida.
Ooh, okay. Brave.
And for good measure, because I mean we already know if I want or not, but I will put the toilet. I'll put the toilet in Kansas because you know what you want when you're schlepping toilets around? Not a lot of hills. You want flat ground, right?
It's gotta be fucking hard to throw a toilet, actually.
Gotta be. They're heavy.
So this guy's I think my original idea that he set the second one down for someplace to sit as he ran probably made sense because he was muscular but not good on cardio. That has no bearing on the game. I'm just thinking this guy's
Yeah.
crime through. That's all.
Sure. It's fascinating. It's a
Yeah.
fascinating crime.
Yeah. If you're throwing toilets, always run downhill.
Well,
Or in Kansas where
And then that means Oregon was the lady who died
yeah, the propeller.
in power.
Gentlemen,
it would be so much more compelling if we could remember more than fucking 3 things at a time.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
both of you went 3 for 3.
Uh-oh.
Right.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit.
The winner. The dynasty continues. It's the red meat baby face.
This is the beginning an illustrious title reign.
This is Red Meat's first successful title defense since, however long ago it's been.
Since COVID.
Yeah, probably. Jeez.
No, it's been a while though.
Oh yeah, you had a pretty historic run there.
I was on a streak.
So last show you mentioned a briefcase match.
Yeah,
And I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
It was Money in the Bank. And then afterwards, I was like, fuck, I should have said Butter in the Bank. That's fucking fantastic.
Butter in the bag.
Yeah.
Well, this brings us to the joke of the week.
Here, in its natural habitat, on a tiny islet off the coast of Belgium, we observe the majestic and elusive joke of the week.
What is the difference between a refrigerator and an asshole? What is the difference between a refrigerator and an asshole?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I could think of a few. I don't keep my food in an asshole.
I can't think of any.
It's fucked up, Kevin.
You didn't smell the eggs that my wife left in there.
In your asshole or in your refrigerator?
I don't know. That's what caused this whole thing. I couldn't tell.
Couldn't tell.
Difference between a refrigerator and an asshole.
This is gonna be good, right?
Probably
What's
not.
that joke? Is your refrigerator running? Go catch it. If you're out, is your at now?
I mean, when your asshole's running,
Don't catch it.
you better hope you can catch it. That's the thing.
That's the whole secret.
Don't want to ruin
Yeah.
the carpet.
That's kind of the secret to success. Learning how to catch your asshole when it's running.
How to win friends and influence people. Chapter 1. Learn how to catch your asshole when it's running.
Oh, what's the difference between an asshole and a refrigerator?
Well, the refrigerator doesn't fart when you pull the cucumber out.
That's good.
Joke of the week, everybody.
That's pretty good.
Thanks for listening.
But you cannot fuck around with...
You're fired, Adam. You're all washed up in this business.